Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into my channel today, and if you like to keep up to date with the latest FIFA career mode hints, tips and news, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now firstly, I want to say a massive thank you for all the positive comments and support that I had on episode 1 of the Wonderkids to Glory, so let's crack on with episode number 2. So if you remember, in episode number 1 we won the DFB Pokal at the end of season number 2, and we also got promoted to the Bundesliga. So we started off season 3 in a very good way by winning the Super Cup against Bayern Munich in the final. And given that the competition is stronger now we're in the Bundesliga, and we've also qualified for the Europa League, I have played quite a few more matches this season, and this episode will reflect that by showing some excellent goals that have been scored in game. We'll also check in on the training schedule for Lucien Agume, and right at the end of the episode we'll check on the progress that all the squad have made in season number 3. So we move forward now to August, just after the first match of the league season. Lucien Agume, whose potential is 86, by using this training schedule and simulating all, we've achieved that full potential, and we're still only in August of the 3rd season. But even though Agume is now 86 rated, he still cannot dislodge Sandro Tonali from the starting 11. And this is the reason why. Sandro Tonali, with an excellent left-footed drive on his weaker side, an excellent player in the central defensive midfield role, and scores some absolute belters, as does the substitute Thiago Almada. Doesn't play too many games, but when he does, he pops up with shots like this from outside the area, trying to force his way into the starting 11. If you've not already tried out Thiago Almada in your career mode, he's an excellent cheaper alternative to Ezekiel Barco. As well as scoring screamers, I do like nice team goals as well, and this one was beautifully finished off with an excellent volley by Ezekiel Palacios. We got through the Europa League group stages with relative ease, but in the round of 16 we came up against Napoli. It was a tight two-legged affair, eventually decided with this excellent curled effort from Christian Kouame, bent it round Koulibaly, leaving Alex Meret in the Napoli net with absolutely no chance at all. What a finish. Tonali, looking at his midfield partner Palacios with endearing love after scoring yet another wonderful goal. This was possibly the best goal that I scored in season number 3, miles outside the area, an absolute thunderbolt from the Italian central defensive midfielder. But they don't all have to be screamers from outside the area. I do appreciate a lovely, well-worked team goal as well. An excellent lifted through pass from Barco, and a magnificent one-touch volley finish from the Spanish substitute Dani Olmo, leaving the Athletic Club Bilbao goalkeeper with absolutely no chance. Excellent goal and well worked from the Spaniard. But that's not to say that Dani Olmo cannot crack them from outside the area. One touch onto his right foot. Beautiful curled effort from just outside the 18-yard box, an excellent finish, proving that he's got a deft touch as well as an absolute blast of a shot. Another excellent goal from the Spaniard Dani Olmo. And we finish this season's goal montage off with yet another thunderbolt from outside the area, this time from the Argentinian Ezekiel Palacios, who in my opinion is the most well-rounded young midfielder in FIFA 19 career mode. For the 2nd season in a row we won the DFB Pokal, this time beating Dortmund in the final, and we also managed a 3-0 victory in the Europa League final against Lazio. And the way that I've navigated through the Europa League campaign was to sim all of the group matches, and then in the knockout stages I'd sim the first leg and play in the second leg, overturning a deficit in the semi-final against Athletic Club Bilbao, and then playing in the final and eventually lifting the trophy in this victory against Lazio. So that is a DFB Pokal and Europa League Cup double achieved, but we made that into a treble by winning the Bundesliga. And surprisingly, it wasn't Bayern Munich who were our closest rivals. That accolade went to Borussia Dortmund, who eventually won the Bundesliga by 12 points, winning 24, drawing 7 and losing only 3, and yet again a very good goal difference. Relegated to Bundesliga survivor Hannover, Mainz and Darmstadt, but qualifying for the Champions League with us Braunschweig were Dortmund, Bayern Munich and FC Cologne. Sadly, we didn't finish the season with the top goal scorer, even though we did get Kouame with 14 and João Felix with 12. So finally, it's time to check how the players progressed in season number 3. Frugshall grew by +3 up to 75, Van der Voort grew by +2 up to 70, Andre Lunin grew by +2 up to 84, and the first choice goalkeeper Alban Lafont grew by +2 up to 87. Robert Gumney grew by +3 up to 77. Reece James grew by +3 up to 79. Max Aarons grew by +3 up to 78. William Saliba grew by +3 up to 77. Ibrahim Konate grew by +2 up to 82. Zeno Van Houten grew by +2 up to 80. Alessandro Bastoni grew by +3 up to 77. Ethan Ampadu grew by +2 up to 73. Dario Maricic grew by +2 up to 77. Lloyd Kelly grew by +3 up to 76. Joshua Vaggerman grew by +3 up to 73. Sandro Tonali grew by +2 up to 81. Sander Berge grew by +2 up to 84. Islamir Sarr grew by +1 up to 83. Ezekiel Palacios grew by +1 up to 82. Lucien Igume, who has trained every week, grew by +4 up to 89. Ezekiel Barco grew by +2 up to 82. Alphonso Davies grew by +3 up to 81. Crepin Diatta grew by +2 up to 81. Danny Olmo grew by +2 up to 85. Yadi Villacharan grew by +2 up to 77. Thiago Almada grew by +2 up to 75. João Felix grew by +2 up to 85. Andreas Skov Olsen grew by +2 up to 78. Christian Kwame grew by +3 up to 85. And finally, Matheus Cunha grew by +3 up to 82. So that concludes episode number 2, season number 3 of Wonderkids to Glory. Please join me next week for the final episode in this series as we march to glory in the Champions League. And all that remains to say is thank you so much for watching today's video. Please tune in next time. FCG out.